Hello, I'm Mr. Moore. I'm teaching freshman physics this year. So if you are here, you are either the parent of or one of my students. Welcome. Hello and welcome. Um, we're looking at my home page in Canvas, which is sort of the starting place for my class. Take a little overview of this, look a little bit at some of the other stuff in Canvas, and I'll show you a couple of other platforms that we use for learning physics in distance learning. So here on my homepage, one of the first things you see is this Google slide that gives us a weekly plan. It has a live link to both period 6 and period 8 class, as well as a little brief agenda and a list of the asynchronous assignments for the week. Below, let's see, I do a lot of my sort of structuring the work in the modules. You notice over here on the left, we have our home page. That's this page, the modules, grades, assignments. I wouldn't focus on that too much. Any assignment will be in the modules. And Google Drive, I don't know why that's there, honestly. So here's another way to get to the modules. We'll look at that in a moment. Here we have, click here for physics resources. This takes you to another page in Canvas that has some embedded videos and some instructions on how to use the different resources and how to accomplish some of the labs. Kind of gives you guidance for what we're going to do in this class. This set of icons here I think is pretty standard for Madison teachers. My work will take you to the modules, another route to the modules. My progress will take you to grades. My live class will take you to another page, another way to access live classes with a schedule. I'll show you that in a moment. My teacher will take you to a page with a brief sort of bio of me. My messages will take you to the inbox. So, you know, these are like redundant ways to access all this stuff. And my school will take you to the Madison website. Let's see. I would suggest if you have any questions, you can message me at my email. You can also message me through the inbox. If you are a parent, you can join the Canvas class as an observer. I suggest you do so, and then you'll be able to keep track of what your student is up to, as well as being able to message me through Canvas. However, I will respond equally well to emails. It's up to you. Here is our syllabus, gives you a brief overview of sort of my policies. So we do a proficiency-based grading on a 1 through 4 or 0 through 4 scale, where getting a 1, the work is missing or highly incomplete. 2, I'm asking you to revise. Maybe you've completed the work, but it doesn't match what I'm expecting you to have done. I will always leave comments. If you're getting a missing or a revise, I will tell you what you need to do to get at least to a meet. Even if I take points off, or if I'm not giving you an exceed, I will also leave comments. Meets is our basic, you are showing basic proficiency. That will correspond to about a C in the grading, in the sort of letter grading scheme. And then we have kind of ways to get you, an A, you're doing complete work, either meeting or exceeding, and more than half the work is exceeding. A B, you're completing the work, meets or exceeds with at least one exceed. C, you're just meeting every assignment meets. And a D, maybe you didn't submit everything, or you've submitted sort of incomplete work. Assessments will be largely lab reports. There may be some tests and quizzes, engineering challenges, and maybe a presentation. Let's see, there is no penalty for late work. That's an important thing to keep in mind. I don't believe in that. Of course, there is an ultimate deadline of when the grading period ends. If the work is not complete by then, I can't do anything for you. We can do credit recovery if it comes to that, but let's not do that. However, if you can't get it done sort of on the like When I'm scheduling it done, that's okay. Talk during async and we'll get it squared away. We'll get you caught up. Everything will work out fine. Students are expected to attend every live class and to at least check in during the asynchronous times in the afternoon. If a student checks into asynchronous time and they are done with all of their work, I will probably dismiss them. If they owe me work that is part of the graded work for the class, I will hold on to the student and work with you to get caught up. And yeah, there's the rundown of my syllabus, I think. Let's take a look at the modules real quick here. So here you're going to see kind of what we're doing. I order it going forward. Like the most recent things will be at the top, and we'll be going backward in time as you scroll down. We haven't only had about 2 weeks of class, so you can see last week we did some work here. And this week, we're only on the first day of the week, so you can't see any more than that. Right here, this is a module that's empty currently, but as we add the important graded work, the lab reports and the quizzes and tests and things like that, they're going to appear right at the top of the screen, right at the top of this page, and they'll stay there. That way, you know right away, you can find them right away very easily. They're staring you in the face. They will be labeled all caps graded, so you know that this is the important stuff that you need to do. We haven't assigned any yet, so we don't see any yet, but keep an eye out for that. Let's see. I wanted to go back and show you the alternate route into the live classes if you need to be reminded of the schedule. So this is another way. These white links, these white words are links. So you can see we can get to the period 6 class, which has a scheduled time. Here's the asynchronous work. I do try to keep these Wednesday morning links open as well. If anybody has any concerns on Wednesday morning, you can click here. I'll try to have that open. Any little questions. It's only 20 minutes, so it's not a lot of time, but you can check in with me and ask questions at that point as well. And then here are the asynchronous times. Any link for period 6 will get you to the live link for period 6. Any link for period 8, it's the same thing. It'll open up at the same meet. So you can click on any of these to get to my class. What else? I think that's mostly what I want to show you in Canvas. I'm going to show you just what a lab looks like in this class right now. This is a platform called Pivot Interactives. This is how we're going to be doing our labs in distance learning. We can't do labs, we can't set up things in a classroom, so we have to do it via videos. This is a pretty nice platform. It has these very high quality recorded videos of activities, and superimposed on the videos are things like rulers, stopwatches, whatever you need to take measurements for this lab. So in this case, we have, I'll show you just what this looks like, a puck sliding down a ramp. And we would make use of this in class by possibly, you put your ruler right up with the 0 mark against the puck, and you might reset your stopwatch. You'll notice this person's hand here is going to cut this ribbon. So, we might wait for them to cut the ribbon and find that sort of moment when that ribbon is cut, reset our stopwatch, and then we could take data. And the nice thing about doing this on video is that you can move one frame at a time through these videos. And that's a really accurate way to take data. You can see this puck moved 5 centimeters in 0.1667 seconds. So this is going to be something we use to get data, which will then graph. I'll show you. This is called Desmos. This is our graphing system. We're going to use this a lot. It's pretty nice. And this is actually data from that lab, graphing where that puck is. These are 5 different versions of the lab. There's many different variations on our basic setup here. So, you can change the ramp angle, you can change the mass of the puck, and get different data that corresponds to these lovely curved lines. We'll take data in the Pivot, in Pivot Interactives. We'll come to Desmos with that data. We'll make these data tables, and then we'll have to find equations that fit the data we've collected and get these lovely graphs, which we can then take and put into a lab report, write up our lab reports, and that will be the graded work for that lab. Well, I think I've covered most everything I want to say right now. If you have any questions, be sure to either message me through Canvas or through my email here. Try to be pretty responsive. I'm happy to answer any questions you might have. I think it's going to be a fun year, fun class for us. I hope you enjoy it. So thank you for watching this, and I will see you in class.